Welcome to this amazing artificial intelligence course. Now, this is the very latest course on artificial intelligence where we will going to teach you each and everything about AI, okay, from the scratch. Like what is AI, how AI works, and there are plenty of things which you might heard, okay, during the time, like what is the NLP, you might have heard about this term, what is machine learning, deep learning, LLM. Now these are the words you might have heard, okay, throughout your life, okay. So inside this course we will going to cover each and everything. We will not going to go any technical. So this course is designed for the people who don't have any tech knowledge. So without any tech knowledge, we will be able to cover the concept and the complete course about AI. This course will be very amazing. We will going to guide you step by step with the diagrams you can see in the presentation so that you don't face any problem and you can easily understand all the concepts very easily. You might have heard about what is AI model, what are the different types of models. So these are plenty of questions you might have, okay? Or even if you don't have, so these are the concepts which is very much important to understand when you learn about artificial intelligence. And I'm again repeating that this course is non-technical. That means there is a no tech knowledge you require. Everything will be covered from scratch. We will going to use lots of AI tools throughout the course. So you might have heard about, let's say, ChatGPT, Grok. So this is the latest one. You might have even heard about, very popular AI chatbots like Qwen or DeepSeek. You might have heard about, let's say, Runway, Midjourney, AI image generators. You might have even heard about VEO3 type of a tool, or maybe Sora. So each and every popular AI tools we will going to cover inside this course with all the concepts, whether it's a prompt engineering concept, each and everything we will going to teach you step by step. Now inside this course we will also going to cover, the quiz, and we will also going to provide you the real life project. Now if you will going to see, we have a complete real life project which is around 4 to 5 hours additional project which we will going to provide you inside this course. Now inside this course we will teach you that how you can build AI tools, just as an example, without writing any single line of a code. That means using AI only, you will be able to create AI tool and you can put that inside your WordPress website. And the best part is that these tools will going to work on the basis of points. So someone needs to buy the points to make this AI tool work. Okay, you can see people can use your AI tools, and this is how it will going to work like. And we will teach you that you can create packages, like you can offer $6 500 points, $9 you can offer 1,000 points, so users can buy this type of a points to use your AI tool. And all these things we have created without writing any single code. AI tools like ChatGPT and all will going to create the code for you. I will going to share with you all the templates, all the resources which we have used inside this course. So you actually don't have to worry about anything. Okay. So this course is a complete practical course without any tech skills, without covering any technical topic. We will going to cover each and everything, okay, for beginners to advanced. Okay, we will going to cover all the majority concepts, all the amazing AI tools throughout the course with real life projects, and we will also going to provide you quiz as well so that you can cross check whatever you have learned. Okay, so this is all about the course we will going to cover. And believe me, if you are really interested and want to learn about, let's say, AI and all, so make sure do enroll inside this course. You will really going to enjoy it. Okay, and inside this course we have also covered lots of amazing things like how you can install DeepSeek. Let's say we have a AI chatbot. You can install it on your own system and you can use this AI tool without any internet connection as well. So inside this course, we have covered lots of amazing things which were really going to blow your mind. Okay. So make sure that do enroll inside this course if you want to learn about artificial intelligence in very detail. Okay. Without any tech knowledge and step by step in very easy way. So make sure do enroll inside this course. I will see you guys inside this course. Bye bye. Hey guys, welcome to this amazing AI for everyone course. Okay, so this will be a very great course because inside this course we will going to cover each and everything about AI. Now, before we proceed further, I just want you guys to learn the concept of what AI is. Okay, so when we talk about AI, so what is the AI? So AI stands for artificial intelligence. So full form of AI is artificial intelligence. Now, what does AI is all about? It means teaching computers to, think, learn, and make decisions just like humans. That is what AI means. So you might have seen some, factory robots, okay, in the market. If you see here, we have lots of, factory robots, sort of, let's say like this robots. So basically these robots are, we have taught in the computer, okay, think this like a computer, it's also a computer, okay, which we have, make it understand that how it has to work, okay. So now what this robot is doing is that it is working like we human, okay. So that is what AI is all about. So it basically means teaching computers to think, learn, and make decisions. So we teach computers to do the tasks like human, okay? Like you have to pick this up, you have to put this particular object here, anything, okay? So we basically teach computers to do human tasks, okay? And when we talk about AI, so it's something more, advanced. So with AI, what can happen is that computers can think, learn, and make decisions just like we humans. So that is the power of AI. So earlier, what used to happen when we talk about computers? So computers basically, like this, we have computers. Now these computers, we will going to command it that what activity the computer has to do, and this will going to do that task. But AI is something different. It is sort of a more advanced, and it is like we humans, okay. So it can think also like we humans, it can learn from the things, okay, and it can also make decisions. So that is what AI is all about. Now when we talk about the example, so ever talk to Siri or Google Assistant, okay, that's AI in action. It listens to your questions and gives you answers like a, human would. Now suppose here at the top you can see we have a Siri here. So if I open it up and let's say if I talk with it, so you will see that whatever questions I will going to ask it, it will going to give me the response back. So that is what the Siri is all about, okay. It listens to your questions and gives you the answer like a human, okay. So suppose if I go here, hi Siri, how are you? Hi there. I feel good. Thanks for asking. So what you are doing today? Hey Siri, what you are doing today? Hey Siri, what you are doing today? Hey Siri, what you are doing today? Okay, so whatever it is, but you guys have understood this is how, AI works, okay. This is something sort of, I want to show you with an example, okay. But this is how AI functions. Now question is, how does AI work basically, okay. So traditionally computer just follow fixed rules. So like this robots which you see in the factories, they follow some sort of a fixed command that they have to do this particular thing, okay. And this is what they have to do every time. So it's a sort of a fixed command we give to these computers, that you have to pick this car and you have to paint this car, anything. Okay, so this was the traditional way where we just teach computer just to follow fixed rules. But when we talk about, let's say, AI, so AI is something different. As we have mentioned, it can learn from experience, spot patterns, and get better over time. If you want to understand that with a simple analogy, so think of AI like a smart student. Okay, so the more you teach it, okay, the more knowledge you will give to that particular student, or in the case of AI, it will be data. Okay, the more it learns and the better it gets. So this is something how AI is all about and how it works. Okay, now let's talk about the history of AI. Okay, now it's something doesn't require us. We will directly after some few basic things. Okay, we will go ahead and learn the things practically with the help of tools. Okay, but when we talk about the history of artificial intelligence, so there are some key milestones which you guys can see. Like in 1950, if you will going to see about Alan Turing proposes the idea of AI and creates the Turing test. Okay, so you can just go and learn more about this one. Okay, and when we talk about, listen, 1956, so at that time the Dartmouth Conference officially named the field artificial intelligence. In 1960s, if you see, so early AI programs created like chess players, math solvers, Eliza chatbots. Okay, so this program, so I guess in my computer also you may see we have that particular game, like you might have seen this chess. Okay, which we used to play. Okay, so this was the first sort of a games which was created with the help of AI. Okay, so you can just put like this and you can see automatically the AI will do the tasks and everything will be sorted up like that. Okay, so this was something great. Okay, and automatically you will see the AI will going to work automatically, right? So this is what the game like chess play we are talking about here. Okay, so this type of a games has been launched, okay, in the early 1960s. Okay, like chess player, math solvers, Eliza chatbot as well. And when we talk about the 1970s, so the first AI winter begins due to the overhype and slow progress. In 1980s, we have AI revival with the expert system used in fields like healthcare. Then 1997, we have IBM's Deep Blue defeats the World Chess Campaign, Gary Kasparov, whatever name it is. Okay, then in 2010, we have present AI explodes with deep learning and big data in real world use cases. And today, we have this AI powered self-driving cars, chatbots, voice assistants, and much, much more. So the next will be AI continues to grow with the new subfields and everyday applications, especially let's say in the field of, I can say, tech world. Okay, tech companies, and you might have already seen we have lots of video generators. Okay, so that can even generate the Hollywood movies. Okay, if you uh, see if AI continues to grow in such a way, so this all things are possible. So this is something, history of artificial intelligence, some key milestones. Okay, but not too much to go inside it, just for your self awareness and nothing else. Hey guys, so for this AI course, we have one downloadable file. Okay, which you guys can download. I will going to attach the link below as well. Okay, for you to download it, or you can directly download it. And after you will download it on your, let's say, Windows or Mac, you can just go to your download folder. Okay, and there you will see this file. If you're a Windows user, you can just right click and click on extract. If you're a Mac user, just double click on it, and after this you can just delete this zip file, and you will see one folder will be generated. And inside this folder we have provided you all the prompts and templates which we have used for the course, so make sure you download it. Okay, for this particular course. Now guys, we will go ahead with some important terms like AL, NLP, ML. DL, LLM. Now, full form of AI is, artificial intelligence, and NLP full form is natural language processing. ML full form is machine learning. DL full form is deep learning, and LLM full form is large language model. Now, before we proceed further, let me just clarify that artificial intelligence is a very broad topic. And inside artificial intelligence, we have natural language processing, that is NLP. And inside NLP, we have a machine learning. And inside machine learning, we have a deep learning. And inside deep learning, we have large language models, that is LLM. So basically, understand this NLP comes inside artificial intelligence, and machine learning comes inside natural language processing, deep learning comes inside machine learning, and large language model comes inside deep learning. So hope few things are clear. What is the full form and what comes inside what? That is the clear. Now let's talk about the meaning in simple words. So when we talk about AI, so AI is a big field where machines are built to think, learn, and make decisions like human. That is AI. When we talk about NLP, that is natural language processing, so it's a branch of AI that focuses on helping machines to understand and use human language, text, speech. Now, this what does this NLP means? Okay, so you all know that when we talk about, let's say, human languages, okay, in the world. So when we talk about, let's say, human languages, okay, in world, okay, so there are plenty one of them. Some people speak English, some people speak Chinese. So all these languages, okay, we consider as a human language. So human language means all those languages which human can speak. It could be English, Spanish, Bengali, Chinese, Hindi, Russian, whatever it is. But all these language are considered as a human language. Okay, so all this language comes inside human language. So what we do in the process of natural language processing is that we try to make computers understand our human language. So whatever we speak, so we try to make computer understand our human language. Now it could be any language, whether English, Chinese, whatever, but all such languages we try to make computers understand, and on that basis computer give us the reply. Okay, so that is what the NLP is all about. So in simple, don't make it complicated. It simply means is that we have a computer and we train computer to understand and speak our human language. That is what NLP is all about. Very simple. And inside NLP we have a machine learning, that is ML. So it's a technique in AI where machines learn from data instead of being explicitly programmed. Okay, so here what happen is that you can see whatever data we have, whatever data, maybe let's say Wikipedia data, or whatever data that is available online, okay, or maybe it's in the some books, okay, it, or maybe whatever information that is available on the internet. So what we do is that we basically help computers, okay, to share the data. So suppose we have this data, we have some books, okay, we have some data available in the internet. So all such will be considered as a data. Okay, like whatever data, let's say we search, okay, let's say in Wikipedia, or whatever data, let's say how to grow hair, okay, faster, any sort of a data. So all such datas, okay, we share to the computer, and that process is called as machine learning, where we make machine learn, okay, whatever data is available in the world. So the name only suggesting machine learning. Okay, we teach machine, okay, or feed machine with whatever data we have in the world. Okay, and and that process is called as machine learning. So machine basically, whatever data we share to the machine, so machine learns those data. Okay, and according to that it learns that data and it help humans. Okay, so that is the process called as machine learning. Now when we talk about deep learning, so it's a powerful type of a ML that uses layers of learning to handle complex tasks like languages, images, or audios. So what I can say is that deep learning is something more advanced than machine learning. Okay, so deep learning comes inside machine learning. So deep learning is a part of a machine learning, but it's something advanced. Okay, so here in the deep learning we try to make computer understand that what is a cat. Okay, how cat looks. So suppose we teach um, computers that this is how cat looks, this is how cat looks, this is also cat looks. So such type of a deep data, okay, we teach to the computer. Okay, so that is known as deep learning. So we teach machines, more deep, we provide machine with more deep learning, and that is known as deep learning. Okay, name only suggesting deep learning. Okay, so machine learning is simple. Machine learning means we basically share the data to the machine and it learns that data. But deep learning go more advanced, more in depth. Okay, that's the reason the name is given as a deep learning. Okay, so it basically learn things in very deep, like it can learn maybe, let's say, sort of images, I can say audios, languages. Okay, some complex tasks it learn, and that process is known as deep learning. Okay, now let's talk about the very last one and also very interesting, that is large language models. Now it is a advanced deep learning models trained on huge text data to generate human like text, example ChatGPT. Now see, what I can make you guys understand in a very simple language about what large language models are. So in short, we say it as a LLM. Okay. So LLM is nothing but a virtual brain. Okay. Or some people call that as a AI model. So understand large language model as sort of a virtual brain. So you all know what human brains look like. Okay. So wait, let me show you human brain, right? So you all know how human brain looks like. Okay, like this. Okay, so this brain which we have as a human, so this brain can learn, this brain can think, and this brain can also help us to take some actions. Okay, so similarly my dear friends, in large language models, okay, it's nothing but just a virtual machine. Okay, and this virtual machine, or I can say AI model, is created by lots of big companies. So there are plenty of big company who create this type of a virtual brain, or I can say AI model. Like there is a big company like OpenAI, Google, X, Anthropic, DeepSeek. Now you might have heard about all these big companies. OpenAI. So OpenAI is a company. Okay. Similarly, you might have heard about X company. X. Do you know about Elon Musk, right? So that is what X company is all about, of Elon Musk. So there's a X company as well, okay, by Elon Musk. And you all know that there is another company that is known as Google. Okay, and similarly there's another company known as DeepSeek. There's another company known as Anthropic. Okay, you can see artificial intelligence company. It's a artificial intelligence company. So what I mean to say here is that there are very big companies, you can see, like OpenAI. Okay, OpenAI, you can see it's a artificial intelligence organization, a sort of a company. Okay, X is also a company, Google is also a company, DeepSeek is also a company, Anthropic is also a company. So all these big companies, what they do is that they create sort of a virtual brain. Virtual brains means not a physical brain, a sort of a virtual brain. Okay, or you can say it like a AI model. So all these big company create such AI model. Okay, and this virtual brain can think, understand, and learn like we humans. So all these big companies have given their virtual brain sort of a name. Okay, like OpenAI has given their virtual brain, or I can say AI model, name as GPT. Google has given their AI model or a virtual brain name as a Gemini. Similarly, X has given Grok, Anthropic has given Cloudy, and DeepSeek has given their DeepSeek company has given their virtual brain name DeepSeek only. Okay, so hope it's very simple and easy. So it's like we humans have a brain. Okay, so similarly, this virtual brain also works like a human brain. Okay, but all these big companies has given their virtual brain, or I can say AI model, a different name. Like GPT is given by OpenAI, Gemini by Google, X has given Grok, Anthropic has given Cloudy, DeepSeek has given the DeepSeek name, okay, of their virtual brain. Now, what these big companies do? Okay, so you have understood what are companies. Okay, what is LLM? So LLM is nothing but a virtual brain. Okay, which are created by companies. Now, what this big company do is that they just connect their virtual brain with their application. So you might have heard about Chat GPT. Okay, so just search for Chat GPT. So you can see, if you open the OpenAI website, so you can see ChatGPT is their product. So as I have told you that OpenAI is a company, as you can see here, OpenAI is a company and they created ChatGPT. So this is the ChatGPT application we have. Okay, so in nutshell, don't go too much confused. We will going to cover each and everything about this big application. So ChatGPT is one sort of a, you know, chatbot. Okay, so what this big company has done, they created their virtual brain. Okay, like OpenAI has created their virtual brain GPT. So they connected their GPT to their application. Now this application is just a application. Okay, but the real power, like whatever, let's say you chat with it, for example, hey, how are you? So whenever this chat GPT give you the answer, so first it understand our language and then it gives us the answer. But here chat GPT just the application. Okay, main power is given by their virtual brain. So virtual brain, that is the GPT for OpenAI, is actually, you know, giving you the response. And ChatGPT just a sort of application which users can use. They cannot, you know, directly use the virtual brain. Like you and me cannot use the GPT directly. So we use some sort of a application to communicate, okay, with the model, okay, or I can say with the virtual brain, that is GPT. So OpenAI has created a simple application, okay, where we can do, you know, some sort of chatting. You can like you can ask questions, it can give you answer. So chat GPT just the application, but the real power is behind that, that is the GPT. So GPT is making or GPT is making or understanding what the user is asking, and the answer is you know, we are getting from GPT, not from chat GPT. So chat GPT just the application, but the actual thing is done behind the chat GPT from GPT. Similarly, Google has you know, their virtual, or I can say AI model as Gemini. Okay, so Gemini is their AI model, and ChatGPT is created as Gemini. Okay, so you can see, sorry, Google is created as a Gemini. Okay, so this Gemini is basically a application. Okay, so so Google has given Gemini application name, and their AI model is also the name is same for both of them. Okay, Gemini, Gemini. And X, when we talk about X company, so they have created their model Grok, and they have also named their model as a Grok. Okay, so you can search for Grok. Grok AI. Okay, so it works the same way. Okay, nothing. Okay, and similarly we have Anthropic. Okay, so it's again a company, so they created their own brain, Cloudy, and their application name is also Cloudy. So you can just search here Cloudy, and you can access this AI tool. And similarly we have a DeepSeek. So when we talk about, let's say, DeepSeek. Okay, so the company has the company name is also DeepSeek, and they have also given the name of their, I can say, AI model or virtual brain name also DeepSeek, and they have also given their application name also as a DeepSeek. Okay, so you can also access DeepSeek over here. Do not worry, we will going to cover all of them. Okay, but this is how the system of large language model works. Okay, so just a summary, LLM is nothing but a virtual brain. We can, in AI world we say AI model. All these companies like OpenAI, Google X, Anthropic, DeepSeek, they create their own virtual brain, or I can say AI model, and they have kept their virtual brain or AI model name. Like OpenAI has given the name to their AI model as GPT. Google has given their AI model name as Gemini. X has given their AI model name as Grok. Anthropic has given their AI model name as Cloudy. And DeepSeek has given their AI model name as DeepSeek. So these are the real brain. Okay, and this Chat GPT, Gemini, Grok, Cloudy, DeepSeek, so these are all applications, but behind their applications one virtual brain is working, that is actually the real power. Okay, that is understanding the user question, and on that basis it is giving the answer. Okay, so this is the simplest concept. Okay guys, let's discuss about some common terms in AI. So first one is AI model. So our digital brain, so we have taught you that this is what AI model is, a sort of a virtual or digital brain. Okay, we have told you the concept of it, and that is what you can see here, a digital brain that learns from data to make predictions or decisions. It's not about when you go to the tech field that you need to learn about this text and all. Okay, it's just about gaining the knowledge. Okay, so if you understand the basics, everything is clear. If you understand what AI model is, then everything is perfect. Okay, you don't have to go with the the meaning of the bookish meaning of all of this. Okay, then we have the concept of API, that is application programming interface. Okay, so now what is a API? So it a bridge that lets apps or website use AI services easily. Now see, we have told you that all these big companies like, let's say, OpenAI, they have their own virtual AI model, let's say GPT. So they just connected their GPT model, GPT AI model, to their application ChatGPT. But how they have connected this? So guys, they have connected this using API. Similarly, Google has their Gemini AI model. So how they connected with their Gemini application? So they use their API to connect that. When we talk about X, that is the Twitter, okay, X company. So they have their AI model Grok. So how they connected their AI model Grok with their Grok application? Through their API. Similarly, we have this Anthropic company. They have their AI model Cloudy. Okay, and how they have connected their Cloudy application with their AI model Cloudy using API, and same with the DeepSeek. So what I mean to say, all these AI companies, okay, have their API key. Now, if you just go ahead, um, and let's say if you just search here, let's say OpenAI API like this, click on enter, you will see this OpenAI API. So my dear friends, you guys can generate API for each company. That means all this company allow you to generate the API key. Okay, So similarly, let's say if you see here, let's say Google Gemini API key. You can see Gemini API key, you can get it from here. Now don't worry about this API and all, but just understand the concept. Okay. Similarly, we have, let's say, for DeepSeek API, and you can see a DeepSeek API. So this is how all these big companies provide you their API key. So all these big companies have used their own API key to connect with their applications, but people like you and me can also use their API key, okay? And we can use their API to build, our own applications or tools, and we can connect the API key. Now you all know that all these apps and website, like let's say GPT website or app, like you all know that now all these are some sort of applications, or like DeepSeek is a website, okay, available in website. ChatGPT is a app, right? So all these apps or website have used the AI model API key, okay, in their application. So what you can do, you can also build your own, let's say, application here, okay, and you can connect your application with any of this AI model, okay. So you can, let's say, take the GPT API key, okay. So you just need to go to the OpenAI, and from OpenAI you can get the API key, and you can connect that API key with your application or whatever website you have created, and then you will be able to access GPT. So that means you can build your own chat GPT, Gemini, maybe Cloudit type of a application, okay, by connecting their API key with your application. And of course they will not going to give, any of these companies will not going to give their API key for free. You need to pay them some money, okay, according to the usage, and then they will going to charge for the usage, okay. So that's how something API works. But currently you don't have to go too much inside it, and in case if you want to learn more about API, you can just search for Kuku Courses. Just go to kukucourses.com website, okay. And we have a lot of free courses for um, you guys, okay, wait, okay, which you can access from our website, okay. And you can learn all the concepts. So at the top you will see this courses, or you can just click on this watch free courses, tap on it, and now here you can just search for, let's say, API, and you will see this API guide for absolute beginners. You can just open this course, and you can see, you can watch this course for absolutely free, okay. It's a 2 hours free course. Even if you don't know, if you're totally beginner non-tech person, so you can easily understand what API is, simply click on start course button, and you can watch about the API in more detail, okay. So we have taught each and everything in diagrammatic way, with proper visualization and presentation, so you will understand each and everything. Now this is all about API. So it connects any AI services, like let's say OpenAI. All these are AI companies, and if you want to connect their services, so you can use their API key, and you can integrate inside your own website or application. So that is what API is all about. Now prompt. So a prompt is instructions or questions given to AI systems to get the response. Suppose you go to AI tools like, let's say, ChatGPT. If you write here, hi, how many states, let's say US, has question mark. So whenever you ask any question to these AI tools, okay, so this question is known as prompt. So prompt mean instructions or questions you give to AI to get the response. So this is basically prompt, okay, which you give to AI. So whatever question you ask or whatever instruction you give to AI, that is known as prompt. And on that basis, these AI tools will going to reply you. Okay, that is the prompt. Now when we talk about training data, so it's simple. The text, images or videos AI uses to learn, okay, like a child learning from examples, okay, name only suggesting. Then we have TTS, that is text to speech, so technology that turns written text into a spoken voice, okay. So basically that is what it is. So basically you might have seen many AI tools like text to speech, okay. Now you can just go to this text to speech. What they will do in nutshell is that, let's say you can choose any of the voice, okay, go to text to uh, AI, and now whatever you write, hi, how you are doing, and if you run it, so you will see this AI tool will start to speak. So what it do is that whatever text we write, okay, so it convert that into a speech, okay, voice speech, and that is what it is. Run it. Hi, how you are doing? You can see that you might have heard about it. So that is what text to speech is. It basically turns written text into the spoken voice. Now we have a big data, massive amount of information collected from different sources for smart decision making. That is big data. Python. So it's a programming language. Okay, beginner friendly programming language widely used in AI and data science. Now it's very simple programming language. In case you want to learn more about it, so you can again go here to our website. Okay, you can click on extras, or just go do one thing, just go here and go to blogs and search here, learn to code Python. Click on search button and you will see this particular article, learn to code Python for beginners. You will see something like this article. Now this article basically cover the tutorials, okay. So you can see we have Python programming. So this is just a additional resource which I am giving you in case if you want to learn Python. So you can just go ahead and go and learn this. And the best thing is that we have divided this particular blog articles into part, like part 1 covers basic, part 2 covers operators. And if you click on part 1, let's say, so in each part you will see one video, and that video will going to guide you each and everything from setting up the Python, from the basics of Python, and below to that you will find the notes which we have covered in the video. So something very cool, okay. Same if you go at the top, if you see here, click on part 2. Now part 2 is for the operators. What is operators? So we have attached the video, you can watch it, tap here and watch the video. And related to that, below we have all the notes for you. So this is some useful resource which you guys can consider if you are planning to learn Python, and that is something I believe very cool, okay. So once you have sort of a Python line programming language, it will become very much easy for you to go in the field of AI, okay, and machine learning, deep learning, okay, and automations and data science, data analytics. So Python is something very important programming language, okay. You should consider to learn, okay. And I have a free resource which you guys can consider, okay, from my website. Now we have a computer vision, so AI that can see and understand images and videos like facial recognition. So that is the computer vision, okay. So it's very simple. So what computer vision do is that it can see and understand images and videos. So like we all can see the image, okay, uh, any image, or let's say I want to upload some sort of let's say image, so I can upload that to these AI tools, maybe let's say, okay. So what it can do is that, let's say if you select any of the image, so this AI tool can also see that screenshot and what is inside that is screenshot, and it can easily understand that, okay. So that is the something we have, the computer vision functionality, okay, which is something nowadays very useful in AI tools. Now we have a expert system, so AI that mimics a human expert to give advice in specific fields like machines or engineering. Okay, so what generally happen is that we basically, when we talk about, let's say, AI tools like ChatGPT, so we give them as a system prompt like, hey, you are expert in, let's say, data science. Okay, now after you write this, so now you are making the chat gpt pretend that he is expert in data science. So according to that, it will, in the future response, will going to give you more optimized answers. So that is known as expert system, where you make system pretend, okay, that you are from that particular field. So that is what the expert system is all about, and where, AI mimics a human expert to give advice in specific fields like medicine or engineering. Okay, so it just pretend or mimic like he is an expert in data science, and after that it will going to give you more better answers. So that is the something we have expert system. And last we have data science. So this is some another field, okay, the data science of analyzing large data sets to find insights and drive smart decisions using AI. So this is some other field which we are not covering, but in very future we will going to have one free course for data science as well on our website. But currently we don't have too much resource for that, so if you want to, you can just search for data science, okay, in case we have some resource. So we have a Python programming for data science, top 6 data science tools. So these are some things we have, but currently we don't have such useful information on data science. But just understand the meaning, it has nothing to do. So the purpose of this course is not to go in any of this technical field. Okay, we will going to cover the, you know AI using the tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and much more. So we will not go inside any of this technical field, but these are some informations. It is important in field of AI, okay, which I have discussed. Like, it is important that when you use AI tool, so at least you should have the basic structure, okay, or you should know that how this application works. Like I taught you that this application basically handled by the AI models behind that, and they are connected with APIs, and because of that reason this application works. Okay, so at least you should have the basic idea, but this is all I wanted to teach you about the common terms that are available in AI.